you want them to just stand up or what?
Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about why we shouldn't use animals for testing. Animals are used every day for testing to see what we can and can't use, like makeup, soaps, certain things like that. We use animals because people say that animals are the most closest things to us, like say for gorillas and stuff, that they're like us. But there is alternate ways into finding out cures and medicines and things like that that us humans can use. So today I'm going to persuade you guys as to why animal testing shouldn't be used anymore, because there is alternate ways to use, and finding cures and needs for humans in other ways, not by using animals. So I am credible to speak on behalf of this topic because I did in-depth research, and also I talked to the animal shelter here and got a little bit of information on them. Some people believe that animal testing is one of the ways to find out the cures and ways for us humans, but I'm here to point out 4 reasons as to why we shouldn't use animals for testing anymore. The first reason is animal testing is cruel and inhumane. The second is there is alternative testing methods that now exist. The third one is animal tests do not reliably predict results in human beings, and some of the drugs that pass the animal tests are not all safe. So the first point that I'm going to talk about is the animal testing, and that it's cruel and inhumane. The USDA Department of Agriculture reported in 2010 that 97,123 animals suffered during animal testing. They didn't get any anesthesia, they didn't get any numbing cream, anything like that, so they wouldn't be in pain. So they felt everything being tested on. They felt everything, they felt all the pain. 5,996 rabbits were killed. 33,652 guinea pigs and 5,000 hamsters were all killed during the process, just in 3 months. And then, according to Human Society, animals that are testing the doses of chemical will kill 50% of the animals. So while they're getting the chemicals and inserted into their bodies, they're being killed. So the next thing I'm going to argue about is that there's alternative testing methods that can replace animals for the humans. So alternative testing. Testing such as studying cell cultures in petri dishes can be another way to find. So taking DNA of humans and putting them into a petri dish, or putting all the chemicals into a petri dish, is helpful, and it's more relevant results. And then artificial human skin, such as the commercially available products Epiderm and Thincer, is made from sheets of human skin cells, and they grow in test tubes or plastic wells and can produce more useful results than testing chemicals on animal skin. So my third point is animal testing does not always predict the correct results in human beings. A 2013 study published in Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences of the United States of America, known as PNAS, found that nearly 150 clinical trials, human tests, and treatments to reduce inflammation in critically ill patients have been undertaken, and all of them failed despite being successful in animal tests. Aspirin, for example, is dangerous for some animal species, and FK506, used to lower the risk of organ transplant rejection, was almost shelved because of animal test results, according to the neurologist Aisha Qatar, MD. So basically, that these pills were almost gonna go out and we were gonna use them, and basically they were really bad and they could kill humans. So that's not good because they passed the test and really they could have killed us. So my last point is I'm going to test is that the drugs that are tested on animals are not all necessarily safe. The 1950 sleeping pill, thalidomide, which caused 10,000 babies to be born with severe deformities, was tested on animals prior to its commercial release. And then animal tests on the arthritis drug Vioxx showed that it had a protective effect on the hearts of mice, yet the drug went on to cause more than 27,000 heart attacks and sudden cardiac deaths before being pulled from the market. So basically, these pills that were passed as being safe or not safe, they caused 27,000 heart attacks and babies were disformed. So even though animals are close to us, they're really not. And so I have presented to you all with the concrete background on the negatives of animal testing as to why we shouldn't use it, and there's alternative testing methods. Animal testing is cruel and inhumane. There's alternative testing methods that now exist. Animal testings do not always reliably predict results in human beings, and drugs that pass animal tests are not all necessarily safe. Those were the main 4 points that I talked about. And so I've given you evidence as to why we should not use animals for testing, because there is other methods, and we should take animals' lives into consideration. And after my presentation today, you will all be known as to why we should not use animals for testing. So, do you all see now why we shouldn't use animals for testing?
Yes.
And that is all.